So managers, today I'm back with a football manager experiment, and it's actually a rerun of something I've previously done before, and that's using AI to manage Chelsea Football Club to potentially win a trophy or multiple. But even though AI has come a long way since my last attempt, I thought I'd switch it up a bit and use a different AI called Microsoft Copilot and see if maybe it can outperform Chat GPT. But disclaimer alert, last time we didn't make it past the halfway point of the season before we got sacked. So first things first, if you're new around here and don't know what AI is, firstly, hello, how are you? Don't forget to subscribe. But where have you been the last year or so? But anyways, in simple terms, an AI model is basically making machines that can think like humans. It can do things that are considered smart. And the goal for AI is to be able to do things such as recognize patterns, make decisions, and judge like humans. So taking all that into consideration, can Todd Bowley's Blues win a trophy using AI? To hopefully achieve this goal this time, I've created a new game with Chelsea FC, and as mentioned, I'll be using Copilot to make all major decisions like team selections to transfers and tactics. We'll ask Copilot questions and see how it responds, then implement its suggestions in-game. And like last time, to actually try and achieve our goal of winning Silverwear, I'm going to give Copilot an opportunity to make changes at the halfway point of the season, if we make it that far. And as insurance, to make sure we get to the halfway point this time, I'll be simulating FM 10 games at a time. So here we are in-game. I've created a custom squad view with every player's stats from leadership to aggression and possession, as well as their star ability in case that makes any difference to the AI model. And I'm going to export this data to a spreadsheet and feed it to Microsoft Copilot. And I'm going to ask it to set our team up and pretend to be a manager. So here we are after a few conversations later back and forth with Copilot. For some odd reason, it would just give me recommendations of players and roles that just don't exist or work at all. But finally, we got to a place where it started to work. And Copilot gave me a style of play, which honestly is quite okay. It wanted to play a positive 4-3-3, which is a great formation to start with, and then in possession, it wanted to play a fairly wide attacking width, and I even asked for the specifics, whether it wanted to pass into space, play out from the back, and which it did, and it wanted the passing directness much more direct, as well as a slightly higher tempo. It even wanted whip crosses, and in transition, it wanted to counter press, counter-attack, and it wanted our goalkeeper to distribute quickly and once again distribute the ball to the centre backs. And for the defensive shape, it wanted to play a high defensive line as well as a high press, and it wanted to trigger this press much more often. I even managed to ask it for player roles, and this is how it wanted to set up the players. It wanted a sweeper keeper on defensive mode with 2 ball playing defenders as well as 2 fullbacks, and in midfield it wanted a deep line playmaker, box to box midfielder, and interestingly, next to him, an advanced playmaker, as well as 2 inside forwards and a complete forward. And then it was time for the starting 11, which I made it easier for Copilot. I went to the in-game editor and deleted most of Chelsea's injuries, so players like Reece James was available. And the starting 11 Copilot wanted to go for was Sanchez in goal, Thiago Silva and Fofana as the ball-playing defenders, Reece James at right back, and Ben Chilwell at left back. And in midfield, the deep line playmaker was going to be Enzo Fernandez, and the box-to-box Conor Gallagher, interesting advanced playmaker was Christopher Nkunku, and the 2 inside forwards was Noni Madueke, Raheem Sterling, and Nicholas Jackson up front. So after 10 games, as Copilot as the manager, it's a bit gloomy at Stamford Bridge, with us only managing 4 wins out of 10 and heavy losses against rivals like Arsenal and City, as well as teams who would be expected to beat like Palace and Forest. Although the only bright side is we managed to progress in the League Cup, but doesn't excuse us for being 9th in the Premier League. So I think it's time to go back to the drawing board, and I gave Copilot the opportunity to improve things, to try and turn things around. So I told Copilot after 10 games, performances are not going our way with 4 wins out of 10 and so on, but I also made sure to include some player performance stats from the last 10 games to help Copilot make some data-driven changes if it wishes to, and unsurprisingly it did. It wanted to change the shape to a 4-2-3-1 to help the team balance and support, with also bringing in Cancelo to play in a double pivot. But for some reason, it still wanted to play Nkunku as a cam, instead of players like Romeo Latvia or Conor Gallagher. And even, surprisingly, Cole Palmer can't get in the squad. But hey, maybe there's a method to its madness. And player profiles aside, it also wanted to make some tactical changes, like overlapping fullbacks, which I decided to put on automatic mode, and wingers to cut inside. And with these changes made, let's take a look at our next 10 games. And it doesn't look very exciting for us, with matches against Arsenal in the Cup and Brighton away, as well as tough fixtures against Spurs and United, as well as title challenges Liverpool. But let's be positive, because
you sound as though you're feeling the pressure.
I'm not feeling the pressure, no. You cannot put pressure on me, no chance.
What? Oh no boys, it happened again. We have been sacked. The big lad has been fired by Todd Bowley, mainly due to the fact we lost 4 of the 5 lost games. Wow, that's incredible. That's absolutely terrible. Let's maybe take a look at the league table because it might sound worse than it actually is. You know, the media can be like that sometimes. And nope, it's as bad as it sounds. We are 14th with 5 wins and 11 losses. Oh my days. For some reason, I actually feel bad. I guess I actually wanted this challenge to work this time. Maybe I need to go back to the drawing board with the challenge. But let's take a look at some of the terrible results. And damn, we actually managed to beat Arsenal in the cup. But then it just gets so depressing. We got pumped by Brighton. We lose to Spurs and United, as well as Sheffield. Okay, that's odd. And we didn't even make it to the Brentford game, which was our goal of 20 games. Wow, I'm genuinely sad we failed again. So guys, I guess AI still isn't able to make it to the halfway point as Chelsea FC manager. Maybe I could use a different AI model, so let me know in the comments below any recommendations you may have, and please hit that like and subscribe button if you enjoy the content. It goes a long way. And depending when this video comes out, have an enjoyable festive season and a happy new year, and I'll see you in the next one.